Okay, get started. We have the regular meeting minutes of Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, vaccine clinic. We're gonna have a vaccine clinic here on August 27th. I still have to work out some details on it with Griffin Hospital. Or Griffin Health. There will be a second follow-up clinic on September 17th for round 2 of the vaccine. I would probably like to find out what vaccine they will be providing, because I'm sure people will ask. And what is the age range on this too? Who are they looking to vaccinate? And we have had offers from volunteers to provide transportation for people that may need it to get here. So should be a good thing. It's on a Friday. It's 9 to 6.
That's great.
Is this gonna be a drive-through or
So they'll come in here,
in the building?
downstairs here.
Are you gonna need any kind of traffic control?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be that heavy of a, it's all day affair, so it's pretty spread out.
Can't imagine that there's that much demand left either.
Well, Morris is 63% right now.
Vaccinated.
That's a little low.
It's out there if anybody wants it.
I
Like
know,
you can
it's
walk into a
available.
Walgreens and
This will be
whatever.
open to anybody.
Anybody.
It's not Morris residents.
Right.
Yeah. 12 and over, right? Probably.
So that is that. American Recovery Act funds. I just did a quick list of what I had in mind as far as a committee to work on this. Us as the Board of Selectmen. I talked to Tracy Martin this morning about a member of the Board of Finance that could be on it. Economic Development Committee, that the funds are tied to economic development and tourism also. Our activities director, who is also our, what's that position she is? The Kristen,
Uh,
what do they call that?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is now, but she would definitely have contact with a lot of people that may be in need
Yeah.
of these, and our treasurer. I was trying not to get too big with it. And again, this is only a suggestion. It's, up to us.
How about somebody from the fire department?
It's a possibility too, because some of the funds would be tied to, providing public health, which would be fire department, EMS.
Well, if it's not the fire department, don't we have a emergency control management?
Service.
He is really not available too much, Tony Goodritis.
No, just keep it in mind, because I know
Yeah, I mean, having somebody or reaching out, maybe Michael and seeing if he,
Michael or
Robert,
maybe.
I don't know.
and it doesn't,
Fire
They
department.
Or
want-
whoever they want to
right,
represent.
whoever they want to elect. I mean,
All right, I'll reach out to the fire
yeah,
department.
see if they're interested.
What do you think of the rest of this as far
They're all
as?
Yeah,
supposed to be, Yeah.
And I'm kind of leaving it up to the board, each board or commission to determine their own volunteer, and I like picking some
Right.
from that.
And I don't know if you want to do Bantam Lake.
I don't know how much tie-in they're gonna have, given the guidelines that we
Okay.
have so far. There is some mention of protecting watershed,
Right.
drinking water more specifically, which would be more towards the eastern side of town.
Mhm.
But
No, it's just, keep it in mind and see because I read I've been reading this and I think there's still a lot of information that has to come out on it because
yeah,
I'm still curious to see how they're going to control, how they're going to distribute this money.
there was mention like for the businesses, I think it was East Windsor has an application process that they're putting in. We're trying to take a look at that application, see how that would work instead of reinventing the wheel.
Well, I did read through this and Dunn and Bradshaw is one of the firms that you have to have a number from them when you submit.
Oh, the DUNS number?
Yes.
Yeah, we have that.
So, I mean, there's still a lot of how we're gonna figure out how to apply, whether it be an application
Mhm.
for some of these organizations or how they're gonna do it.
And you can use the funds for administrative work on this to help administer.
Right.
If you go into a grant program or a loan program or whatever, you can use the funds to cover the cost of administering it.
How much are we looking at?
668,000.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, are towns hiring a professional firm to
I would
handle this?
hate to see this, the bulk of this money go to administrative.
Oh, yeah,
costs. I mean,
yeah.
like, if we can do it with a board, we should, you know.
I think
it's just-
some larger municipalities might be doing that because they're receiving much more money than us.
And if you're looking at like a long-term doling out, that makes sense, but
Well, they're talking to 24.
24, you'd have to have everything under contract and you have to have spent by 2026.
yeah.
This, I don't know if y'all, I may have sent the email with it attached, but this paper copy has a lot of information in it. Oh, actually, no, the one Erica passed down, this one.
Yes,
This one, yeah.
this one's full of,
There's a lot in it.
Okay.
So I think whoever ends up on this committee will get as much information ahead of time to review before we have a meeting.
Yep.
But if you're okay with what we have there and maybe add a fire person or
If
something like
they're
that.
interested, I mean, you can check with them and, because they're gonna have some input on, they may need some money.
Yeah, I mean, possible uses that I could kind of see working is like I wrote on this list here, the ventilation, HVAC improvements with the filtration that's needed
All right,
for COVID. Our EOC center, PPE, Northwest Transit, they were able to serve the people in need with the transportation, obviously chore program, food bank, affordable housing.
when you say food bank, are you talking our food bank town?
I would think whatever is serving our community.
Okay, so it could be our
Could
food
be
bank,
friends and neighbors.
right, or your food bank, the
Or
town food
here.
bank, right here.
Yep. They do mention affordable housing in there. EMS, fire, Region 5 dive team, I don't think could really fit the criteria, but it was a thought since they are always hurt. Morris Historical Society, that's part of tourism,
Mhm.
which is included in this. Cemeteries, I'm not quite sure. You know, I know they could use it, but
Right,
if we could find a way, Greenwoods for, you know, the counseling services, Susan B. Anthony for also their services, lost revenue to the town. I'll have Rick go through that formula that's included in this paperwork and see if we are eligible for any lost revenue for Morris. Small business assistance, there's an individual assistance, possible recreational improvements. They said during COVID, many more people accessed recreational facilities in all the different towns. So I will reach out to the different committees and ask them to give us a suggestion of someone to appoint. And we're not under the gun right yet, but it'd be nice to get the ball rolling.
yep,
Maintainer position, I think it was at our last meeting that we talked about bringing his name forth, Lane Bond, just to approve it by the Board of Selectmen. That'd be retroactive to July 9th, 21, when he was, you know, started work.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Now, moving forward with that, what hires would you like to see come before the board? All of them or full-time ones, or how would you like that to work? Because I know we've kind of gone back and forth on this a little.
I sort of think maybe union positions should come before the board. I really don't, not to say that I don't care, but I don't know that it's relevant for part-time or seasonal or.
Yeah, I kind of feel
Go
like
with that way?
between you and the department heads,
Yeah.
should be able to decide, I mean,
I think for the union to vote it as board, I mean, kind of makes sense. Just a
That's
point of
fine.
record and that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as we're following the procedure, background check,
Oh,
physical.
yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure that's what we're doing, you know,
All right.
But, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, we'll do that moving forward.
Okay.
That's good. No appointments, correspondence. What did we have?
The equity check, members of
Oh,
equity check.
yeah, we got our check back from Kerma as far as being a member of that group. Our member equity check.
Oh, the refunds. We have two refunds.
Fun for the abatement.
Yeah.
Oh, did I pass that?
Mhm.
Okay, refunds and abatements totaling $1,815.58.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Is it 1,800 or?
There were two totaling 1,815.58.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see it. Yep, yep. Second page.
All those in favor?
All right.
All right, and the check. Irma back to the town for $4,487.
Are we? Can I just one more thing about the recovery money? Our town's gonna use that, use recreation. Is that gonna be like turf fields and stuff? Our town's gonna use it like that?
Some towns may be eligible for that. It depends on where they fall. There's some towns that have a real more critical need for it,
Yeah,
more metropolitan
right, right.
areas, probably not the town of Morris.
I'm wondering, just thinking that some towns are probably gonna use it for stuff like that. And not to say that we are or aren't, but I'm just wondering if we shouldn't include somebody from the PTO, if that's a possibility, you know?
Well, PTO, the school gets their
School.
own.
It gets their own
Funds.
money. I was
Yeah.
just thinking of somebody who represented something with a younger demographic in terms of recreation, you know?
I was trying to get Kristen because of the recreation
Recreation
rec
rec. Okay,
too. Municipal agent is what she is.
yeah.
But yeah, the schools have
They'll
their own
I was
set.
just thinking like if you're looking at recreation, like what's the demand for kids in the community? And
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, like, I don't,
I'm just amazed at how much money.
it's a
Is
chunk of
out.
money, like, yeah.
I mean, we got 600, how much was it?
668.
668. And I've talked to other people in towns that have got quite a bit more. And this is just unbelievable.
Well, it's scary is what it is, but
And it's not free money.
No.
exactly, that's why it's
It's not
scary.
free.
But when you think about like
Spend it
that
wisely.
towns might use it for like infrastructure for kids and stuff for the community, like, which is kind of a cool thought that maybe, you know,
We got to identify those needs.
yeah, and that's what I don't
Yeah.
have young kids, so I don't really know, but
Yeah, true.
you know,
And then I wonder if you could use this money to kind of offset your budget for next year.
I would
So-
hope not.
Well, you can purchase stuff or use stuff that you would normally like for recreation, for concerts and stuff.
Right, I was thinking more like recreation, like a playground over at Morristown Beach or something, you know,
Yes.
if kids are locked up for a pandemic, like that's something that is, would benefit a lot of kids more so than a lot of other things, so I don't know.
Yeah,
If
I'm
I had
gonna,
little kids, that's what I would want to be doing with them.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to the COG too and try to get a list of projects that other towns are considering with these monies. To kind of get a feel for what some feel meet the criteria
Yeah.
of
Kind of an
what's been
appropriate
set
scope.
forth here, because it's
Well, that's
very,
Yeah.
Vague.
Well, that's why I mentioned the fire department, because I talked to a town and they're gonna use a bulk of their money to upgrade their communications for their fire and police.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see like playground or some sort of like upgrade to recreational facility, like that would be of
Yeah.
benefit to the town. But
and there's investments into our town buildings that could be made with it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They are getting quite old. Oh, public comment. Did you have anything, Colby?
Mixed thoughts. I actually think the PTO, even if you talk to the PTO, I think it's a good idea. If they get their own money, that's fine. That's actually great for them to get separate monies, but I think it's a great idea to talk to the PTO and at least if they say, yes, we think the kids, like you said, at the beach. We think it would be a good idea to put a whatever in for the kids. I think that's actually a good idea to talk to them. That's state money or is it federal money? I didn't read the packet, so
This is all federal funds.
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. That's funny. All right, I don't have anything super specific, so thank you.
Thanks. I'll talk to the president of the PTO. I know her quite well. Lisa.
Oh, wow. I don't know how she got that job, but yeah, okay. I'm glad I didn't show up for that meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second it.
4:45, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, have a good evening.
You too.
Yeah.